Hello, everyone. It's William. How are y'all doing? Whew, what a day. What a day, everybody. Um, I hope you're doing well. Um, Susie's here with us. Cheryl's is just popping in and out to say hi and have a relaxing evening. Going to try. We're going to try. I've got myself in a I've been saying a little bit today that maybe I shouldn't say, but I feel like I have to say. So who knows? Susie's here, Marianne is here, Donna is here, Angela is here. Says hello, folks. We had a sun and 64 degrees. Hope you're keeping warm. Yeah, whoa. I don't know how warm it was today. What was the high? 44 today. 44 is a high. There's a little bit, I feel like, of some sun in the morning, but not throughout the day. It was pretty cloudy here for the most part. Susie says making it into the 40s here. Yeah, so that's actually, it feels really warm. Like I'm actually like really warm right now. I just ran up and down the stairs a few times, and I haven't turned down the heat in the house. I feel like that extra 10, 20 degrees outside in the day is making the house really warm. So I need to turn down the house heat a little bit. Hello, Anne. Thanks for joining us. Marianne says, good you speak up. You know, there comes a point. And I don't want to get into it on here because that's not what we do. But, you know, I feel like sometimes if you don't do the speaking up, no one's going to do it for you. And, you know, sometimes you just have to. Sometimes just to even get it out of your system. I don't like to be negative. And that's the one thing about me. Like, I try to be a peacekeeper. I try to see the best in people. I really try. And, you know, sometimes you just see something that's a little bit too much. And so you have to say something. And that was me today. And, you know, that can relate to anything in life, right? Sometimes you just see too much and you have to say something. And whether the world listens or the world doesn't listen, at least you've said it. And at least you shed that energy, right? So that was my day. Also, I've had an upset stomach all day, which I don't think it had anything to do with that necessarily, possibly, but mostly no, because I woke up with it. I don't know what it was, but you know, the other day I said that I had like this existential anxiety coming from somewhere, and sometimes a day or two after that, my whole system is just like I'm breaking out. My whole system just gets flooded with those stress hormones or whatever it is, and so I think that had to do with part of it. I think that was part of it too. So I did some work at the cottage today. I was back and forth to the cottage a few times today. And so I didn't get as much done as I wanted to, but I packed things up because I'll be at the store tomorrow in Johnstown. So I packed things up to continue doing things there. I'm really starting to see, like I keep saying this, I know, but I'm really starting to see where our systems are putting things into a better place. Some of the things that I shipped out today are things that people just ordered, like yesterday or the day before. So I'm getting to the point where things are getting more and more caught up. Some people are still waiting for some packages, and I know that. So those are some of the bigger things that I'm going to be packing up over the weekend and probably getting out early next week. So that's the goal anyway. We'll see. If the store is busy, that would be great too. But that means I don't get as much of that stuff done. So I am in a transition, and it is working. It is working. My box is getting less and less full of things that I know that I need to get done. And I'm getting to the point where I'm more and more caught up, which I'm super excited about. You have no idea. So I think it's working. I hope that's the goal. So that way, if you want your packages to go out faster, I'm getting to the point where things are starting to, I'm seeing that light of that day. I know some of you like us to hold things too, but once I do get caught up, things will probably start going out much faster than they have been. And if you want us to hold specifically, you will have to tell us. That is going to be the kind of the rule, I think. It may be a little bit down the line yet, it's going to be, but that's where we're heading toward, and that's starting to feel good. Let's see here. What else is going on? Marion says it was supposed to be around freezing today, but it is just about 15 now. That is cold. Am I going to get my snowflakes before spring? Your snowflakes, maybe. Maybe. I have been able to make shipping labels to Canada, so that's good. I have some things that are, some people have ordered also kits and things with theirs, so the kits aren't quite ready yet. If you want me to ship without those, I can do that and then send another shipment. So yeah, things are looking up. I'm getting there. It was very difficult. It was very difficult. Yeah, it was not, it's been hard to do that and everything that we do, but it's working and I'm seeing it. I'm actually like kind of relieved, like it has been in my chest for a long time, and being able to see actual real progress finally is lightening up a little bit. Like I said, I know there are still things out there, but they're getting there. Anne says it was in the 40s here today, very warm for January here. Yeah, it was in the 40s today here, and I feel like for January that is pretty warm, but lately, maybe not. Maybe not for the last few years. I don't know. But I'll take it. I'll take it. Things are starting to melt. The ice on the sidewalks and the driveway is finally melting down. I put lots and lots of magnesium flakes on there to try and melt everything. Andrew fell again the second time. I don't know if you all saw that. He fell that first day, and then he fell a second time. I think we talked about it, or he may have talked about it yesterday when I was in my pottery class. So finally, the most of the driveway has melted, and it's easier to stay away from the ice. Teresa says, hello, William. Hello, Teresa. Thank you for joining us. Julie is here. I don't know if I said that. Hello, Julie. So thank you all for joining in. And says, oh no, I didn't see that. I hope he's not hurt. He'll be all bruised. Yeah, he fell on his butt this time. Luckily, again, his hands were, he was able to keep himself from, totally crashing backwards. It's been a time for him. He wears these snow boots, and I don't know if they're too small. It's also hard to get used to boots. They're kind of bigger and bulkier, and I feel like he doesn't go out enough or a lot that he wears them that often. So like, I know when I first put on my boots in the winter, I feel very clumsy in my boots because it's a very different feeling. Hey, Charlie. Charlie's over there on Instagram. Thank you for joining us. So I know that it's, I know it's hard, and I don't know if that's part of it, but it's also been very, very icy. Very icy. Anne says the penguin walk, right? Yep, the penguin walk. He's not here right now. He's still in Johnstown, I believe. I haven't heard from him much, I don't think at all today since he left. So he's been busy. I think this is one of his latest nights he stayed there, but it is the next to the last day. So tomorrow's his last day, I think, there. And so he's probably trying to finish up getting a lot of stuff done because he has until 9 p.m. that he can be there. And the weather is pretty nice, so he doesn't have to worry about driving back in any bad weather, which is good after dark. Did I say hello, Mary Jane? Hello, Mary Jane. Amanda's here. Hello, Amanda. Let's see. Oh, everything just, I keep skipping. My comments keep jumping really quickly today. Julie says, I got a big box of stuff from you today. I bought some weird stuff I love. Yes, you did, which is good. I like the weird stuff, and it's glad that it's finding a home. So can't wait to see what you do with some of that. Hopefully it all arrived okay. I tried to wrap everything up that I thought maybe could be, that could break. You had a really big ceramic piece in there, and I hope it made it okay. I bubble wrapped it, I think, and everything. Suzanne is here. Hello, Suzanne. Thanks for joining us. I got your email. Thank you so much. I don't know if I said that yesterday. I think you sent it yesterday. It's been a whirlwind of with me being like partially here yesterday for the live, I don't know what Andrew all talked about and all that. So trying to catch up for like 2 days worth of me not really getting a chance to talk to you too much. Dennis said there's a stomach bug going around. My mom had it, comes and goes, tummy ache all of a sudden, and then she's fine. Then stomach cramps all of a sudden. That is thankfully not what I have. I'm sorry that she has that. Mine is just stomach problems. I won't go into it. That's TMI. But it's had me back and forth to the cottage multiple times today. So I hope your mom does okay and gets over it soon. Julie says, everything around fine. You did a great job packing. Good. I'm glad it did. Charlie says, hope Andrew's okay. Ice is so scary. It really is. Because it's hard. Like, you could be on a piece of snow that looks crunchy and able to be walked on, and then the next step could be like this hidden sheet of ice on top. It's so bizarre. It looks the same depending on what the lighting is, right? You're on a crunchy piece of snow and it's easy to walk on, and then you hit the piece of ice. And that is, it can be scary. And that's kind of what the driveway was like. Marion says that can be a stress reaction, William. Yes. That's mainly probably what it is. Although we made tacos last night, and that really shouldn't have been anything. And I'm thinking apples. Unfortunately, I'm thinking apples are starting to affect my stomach. For some people, apparently they can. The fiber is good for some people, but the sugars in them for some people apparently are not great. And I love apples. They're like my nighttime snack. But I had 2 apples last night, and today my stomach is a mess. But also, yesterday, like I said, yesterday? Yesterday I was in a good mood. The day before yesterday was like existential anxiety and craziness in my head for no reason. There was no cause really that I felt. But I felt like this existential dread all day. And so now 2 days later, my stomach's upset. And so it's very possible. Usually most things I've noticed take 2 days to affect me. So if I've eaten something that I know, like when I used to eat McDonald's, I started noticing that 2 days after eating McDonald's, I was a mean person. And I would just get like irrationally upset at things. And that's when I was eating meat before. And I don't know why it was, but it was always 2 days later after that. So it seems like things affect me like 2 days after the fact. When I work out and stuff, it's always the second day that hurts the most. And so like I was carrying that bag of the magnesium flakes, and I have not carried a bag that heavy because I wasn't scooping it out. I was like holding the bag and shaking it to pour it out on the sidewalk. And it's like a 50-pound bag. And so 2 days later, my arms were like completely exhausted. It's just always the way it is. Dennis says, it does sound like a stress reaction. I get like that when my anxiety runs, no pun intended, wild. Yes. Amanda says, I've been anxious all week, and I only really get like this when something's going on with my family, but everyone's fine, so I can empathize. Yeah, usually I can relate, like when it's just that like wild anxiety, I can usually relate it to something. And usually like it's something very pointed, very close to me. I have no idea. So I'm like, I don't know what is going on out there. Hopefully nothing happened that I don't know about yet. But I'm not feeling it now. I was a little bit anxious today. That's my normal anxiety today. Yesterday I was kind of on a high. I think for the next few years, unfortunately, this is going to be my life. A little bit more anxious and a little bit more unsure. So we'll see how that goes. The family Lucas joined us, says, what state are you with this weather? Right now, we're in Pennsylvania. If you're talking about me, Pennsylvania, where we're having right now, it was a 44 as a high, but it was super cold and icy a little bit ago. We went down to -12 at one point Fahrenheit. I don't know where you're at, but -12 Fahrenheit for a little while. And while that kind of was normal when I was growing up as a kid, it is not normal anymore. Normally, we don't even dip much into the single digits in the winter anymore. So for it to get that cold and that icy was a little bit of a change this year. Let's see here. Whoops. Donna says, my sister can't eat apples, peaches, or strawberries because of the acidity. Yeah. I don't know. My stomach's, it doesn't hurt, so I don't know that it's an acid thing, but apparently there are a lot of, like, the fruit sugars can really cause issues, I guess, sometimes. And I love apples, so we're gonna see. We're gonna see if that. I'm gonna keep eating my apples. There was a time in my life when I could not eat dairy. I never really liked milk. Like, I used to drink chocolate milk growing up, and I had milk in my cereal, but it was only because that's what you put in your cereal. Like, if it was right to put water in your cereal, I'd have had water in my cereal. I was never a big milk, like plain milk person. So I never drank a lot of it, but I used to eat cheese, and I love cheesecake. And then there was a time in my life, I had a roommate who he could not eat dairy without, like, popping a pill first. He had special pills that he would take if he ate dairy or knew that dairy was going to be in something, or immediately after if he found out that he had dairy. And when I was rooming with him, I had dairy issues. And now that could be sympathetic, maybe, right? But they also do say that, they're finding out that different hormones and different, what do you call them? Like, I just blanked. Well, different things, maybe hormones, different things in your body can affect other people. So, like, yeah, stress hormones. So, like, things like oxytocin and what's the bad stress one? Oxytocin is the good one. Boy, I've had too much going on today. Anyway, the stress hormones, they can literally affect people about a foot. I think they say about a foot to 2 feet. They go out into the atmosphere. So I feel bad for Andrew, because if you live with somebody who is anxious, those stress hormones can flood around you, and other people can pick up on them. And I guess this is scientifically based. I listen to scientists who talk about this. So I don't know if that had anything to do with the reason I couldn't have dairy, if there was something going on. But when we weren't living together after a while, I could suddenly eat dairy again, and I've been able to eat dairy now since then. So I don't know. It could also be like I was just feeling bad that he couldn't have dairy, but he was a really good friend. But who knows? Who knows? This is when I did my student teaching. I was so stressed every morning I'd take a hit of Pepto. Yeah, I don't want to get to that point. I try and keep, I do take medication for my anxiety, so that helps. But sometimes I have to take Tums in the evenings, especially. Hello, Susan. Thanks for joining us. Let's see. The comment skipped again. Marion says, I may not leave the apartment until next Thursday. Oh boy, I think I missed something. There we go. Here we are. I think anxiety is the zeitgeist of this age, unfortunately. I don't like that talk. Dennis says, I know one thing, I'm thankful that Andrew was running late to Johnstown when that accident on 7-Eleven happened. Me too. Because when he left, I was still sleeping. I would not have known, for one thing. But yeah, Andrew would have been right in the middle of an accident, possibly in the accident, if he would not have gone back in for his hat and gloves the other day. He was out getting ready to get in the car, and he realized he forgot his hat and gloves. He walked back into the house, and in that amount of time, he drove down the road after that, and just a few cars up was a major accident where somebody did, unfortunately, die. So thankfully, Andrew was not involved in all of that. Donna says, it sucks because the county we live in grows strawberries and are known for their peaches, and they grow really good apples. I love all of them. Isn't that, yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. Marion says, yes, it's going to be. Somebody asked if it was going to be cold, a cold snap. She said, yes, minus 20 Celsius. Susan says, it's 47 and rainy here. Still have ice on the ground in spots, but there have been significant melting. Yes, melting is good. Phil Lucas says, wow, Texas, warm winter. We've had a warm, yeah, some people in Texas have been talking about it's been a little chilly, but not like that. Cortisol, thank you, Julie. Cortisol. Yes, that's one of those bad stressors, right? The cortisol hormones. Let's see here. Susie says, when I was a kid and eating at some restaurant, someone told me there was a cow in the kitchen and they were squirting milk right into the glass. And ever since then, I refused to drink milk. Yeah, I've never been like, I like milk if you turn it into other things. I'm not just going to drink a glass of milk. It's not for me. Hey, but if you like milk, go for it. But it's not for me. I just never like poured myself a glass of milk and drank it. It just wasn't. Chocolate milk, yes. I would take milk and make it chocolate milk, put some of that Hershey syrup in there. That's good stuff. But regular milk, not a fan. Make it into some cheese, make it into ice cream, do something else with it, then you've got me. Of course, they say what cheese is as addictive as, what do they say, as heroin to your brain. So I think I'm definitely a cheese addict. I eat cheese most nights as a snack. And last night I had apples and cheese as my snack after we ate a bunch of tacos. Andrew wanted a lot of tacos, so I tried to beef it up, no pun intended, with the fake meat and mushrooms and some peppers and some things that we added in. And we had a lot of tacos last night. It was good. This is one of my favorite singers of all time passed away today, Mary Ann Faithfull. Very sad. That name sounds familiar. I'm sorry that that's happened. I can't place the name, but yeah, that's sad. Donna says, Susan, I loved her too. She was beautiful and had so much tragedy in her early life. Danette says, I graduated with the dad of the boy who died from the accident. Oh, that's terrible. That has to be a hard thing. Apparently somebody crossed over the center line is what I heard, but I did not hear who did that, whether it was the young kid, the young guy, or if it was the larger Suburban, I think it was. He was in his, I guess he loved Porsches, which I do too, and had one, an older, I think 924 or 944 maybe. 944 maybe. But somebody, I guess, crossed over the center line. I don't know. I have not read or seen anything that says more than that. But no matter what, it's been a tragedy. Marion says, I don't drink milk, but occasionally have some on porridge. I don't add milk to much of anything. I guess sometimes add it to like scrambled eggs if we have it, to help to fluff them up a little bit. But we don't usually have milk in the fridge anyway. Susan says, I only have dairy milk on cereal sometimes. Yeah, if I have cereal, I definitely buy milk. But usually it's not dairy milk anymore. Usually I buy oat milk. I like oat milk on my cereal. It's a little bit even thicker, and I like it with my cereal. Susie says, humans are the only species that consumes milk as an adult. No other mammals do that. Yeah, I know. But I do like it when it's cheese, so I can't say much about that. Can't say much about that. Marianne says Marianne was involved with Mick Jagger at one point. Susan says, boy, she was Mick Jagger's main squeeze in the 60s. And Mick dumped her for Bianca. Oh, this is okay. On to better topics, right? Yeah, let's not bring it down too much, right? Don't bring it down too much. But I do, I like to give this time for people to reflect on things. It's important, I think. And like I said, a lot of people don't always have other people to talk to. So while we like to keep the general environment here positive, sometimes there are the things that happen, right? And we got to get them off our chest and we got to talk about them. But yeah, we try to stay positive here, right? But sometimes things happen in life and it's good to talk about it with friends. So if you're part of the AG Bead fam, you get that, right? If you're not part of it and you're tuning in now and you're like, what is going on? I thought this was a bead show. It will be a bead show. We're going to show the beads, but we are more like a family here, and we hang out and we chit chat and we talk about each other's lives and we catch up with one another every day. And then we show the beads. So that's what we're doing. Yeah, I've got beads tonight. I think I've got some nice selections for y'all. I hope you like them. It's a miscellaneous night again. I was not, and I don't even know at one point, I looked at the clock and I was like, oh, I got to pull things for the live. And then I started pulling things and I was like, oh, I also got to run real quick. So I don't even know what all I picked. So we're going to see what all is in this bag next to me, because I kind of did it in a hurry. Susie said they did find the dog that ran away from the accident. I hope they found him okay. Yeah, there was a dog in with the accident, and the dog ran away. And for days, they've been trying to trap this dog. And people keep seeing it and keep trying to get it to come to them or chase it, and it is scared out of its mind, or it was. So it was not coming to anybody. It wasn't even coming to its own owners because it had gotten so scared. So they hired professional people who set, I guess, these traps that take hours to set up to try to, and they're humane and they're electronically monitored, I guess with cameras and whatnot, so that if the trap does go off, the dog does not sit in there for any longer than it absolutely has to. Susie says, yes, she is home with family. That's good. That's good. I didn't know if the dog belonged to the guy that passed away or not. Like I said, I don't know the family. It's people local to here. And, as much as we know a lot of people around here, we didn't grow up here. So I don't know everyone around here. But I'm glad the dog is home. That's a relief anyway. So yeah, what else is everyone else up to? Tell me something good that happened in your day. I'd love to hear something good. That would be nice, because it's been a day, y'all. It's been a day, but I hope there are good things going on for everybody. Something good that happened in my day. I spent a little bit of time practicing my Italian today, so that was good. Andrew signed us up for the family plan, but it's like a 3-day trial. So I spent more time than normal today doing my Duolingo, because we only got a 3-day family plan, and I'm trying to rock it through, because when you don't have the plan, you end up getting ads every single time you complete a lesson. There's like an ad, and the ads sometimes are longer, sometimes they're shorter, but it makes you feel like not wanting to do it, right? And then you can only miss so many things before you run out of, they have little hearts. It's like a video game. You run out of hearts by messing up too many times, then you can't play anymore, or else you got to buy hearts, or you got to watch ads to earn hearts. So even though I've never actually lost all my hearts, because I don't usually go that long, but there's just something mentally about it, knowing that if you mess up too many times, you can't keep going, and then I just don't want to keep going. I think that's a whole thing. Maybe it's just me. But so I practiced a lot of Italian today, which was good. And I hung out with my cats a lot because I was back and forth to home. I was home a good bit today, due to the things I talked about earlier. So I got to hang out with my cats a good bit, and that was good. Um, I just kind of cuddled with them. I slept in a little bit today. I really felt I needed that extra time in the morning today because it was just I've been kind of worn out a little bit. Um, Anne says, I missed the show yesterday, but I saw your reel about it. It looked like a good one. I'll have to go back and watch it later. Yeah, if you haven't seen, that's a good point too. I've been trying to do, in addition to Beat of the Day, which is kind of Beat of the every other day or Beat of the every 2 days. But I figure it's Beat of the Day. It doesn't have to be it's not Beat of every single day, right? It's just the Beat of the Day. Whatever day it pops up on, that's the Beat of the Day. The idea is to try and do it every day. I'm trying. But the other thing that I started doing is on the live, Allegory Gallery on the live. So at the end of the night or the beginning of the next day, I take some pictures of things that were in the live from the night before or that evening and make a reel out of them so that you can see a little glimpse of what happened on the live. I am trying to be, I feel like if I took pictures of things that already sold during the live, I feel like that's not quite, I don't want to say it's not right because that was on the live, but I'm trying to take pictures of things that remain after, that have not been claimed. Because I feel like if you watch something and you're like, oh, I wanted to see this, and then you take all the time to go back and watch the live and you're like, it's sold that night. Why is he showing this to us? So I'm trying to take pictures of some of the fun things that I like in the lives that I think are pretty special that are left after everybody has claimed that night. So that's the idea. And I make a little reel about it and I put it up and tell people a little bit about what was in it. And just it's kind of a sneak peek, if you didn't watch it, to go and do a rewatch. So that's what I've been trying to do. So I'm glad that it caught your eye, Anne, and hopefully you will take a look at it. It was a good show. Donna says, my son came for a visit today. That's awesome. Julie's getting excited to go to Tucson on Saturday. That's awesome. Amanda says, something good. Exams resume today as the weather finally calmed down. Nice. Nice. Susie's in the process of setting up my new Wi-Fi. Awesome. Yeah, that's a thing, right? You probably didn't have internet for a while. It's nice to have internet again. Marianne got her exercises done early. That's awesome. I should do some exercising. Let's see here. Susan says, Marianne reinvented herself and went on to work with Hal Wilner, Damon Albarn, Lou Reed, PJ Harvey, Nick Cave, among other notables. She also acted in AbFab. I might know her from AbFab. Maybe. I pretty much know every episode. Made another good thing. My mailbox wasn't frozen shut. Hooray. That's something that, I don't even think about worrying about, right? Because our mailbox is on our porch and covered and doesn't freeze shut. But yeah. Hey, Anna. Anna's here. Says going to check in on YouTube. All right. Dominion says, I FaceTime with my nearby family, and that includes the dog and cat. I miss them, but it was something. That's good. That's awesome. He says, do the hearts replenish with time? Yeah, on Duolingo they do. They replenish overnight usually, or within so many hours. I don't know what it is, but it's fine to learn with the ads and all that. That's how we mostly do it because the family plan's a little bit expensive. I mean, when you break it down per month, it's not bad, but I think it's like $150 a year. And for us, that's a lot of money. It would probably be worth it because we are really trying and we both do use it a lot, but it's just not something that's really in our budget at the moment. So we're not doing it. We mostly do it in ads. And when they offer us a free trial, then we grab a free trial for a little while and do that and just make sure to end the free trial before we get the big charge. Marianne says, I watched AvFab but don't remember Marianne in it. Anna says, okay, I'm here on YouTube. Hope everyone is being kind to yourself today. Trying, right? So it says, one good thing that happened today was we went to lunch with a friend. Then we went to an old-time drugstore so he could get his wife a birthday card and treats. It was nice. We'll definitely go back. That's awesome. I like those little stores like that. I like little stores like that. Oh, there it just jumped. Amanda says, another good thing, I connected my new neighbor with my friend for a possible job. I really hope it works out. He's got a PhD in engineering. He moved here to be close to the uni for his son. That's awesome. See that? Doing good for people, doing people favors. Teresa says, William, if I rewatch a video later that night, do I get the sell price or the old price? Most of the time, especially if it's that night, if it's the same night, you will always get the best price. And there are certain times during the lives where we will say that the price is limited to that time period only, or during that live only. It's a special price. And we do mostly hold to that. Like when we had the crystals that night and we said, okay, you got to buy your crystals now. That was the end of it. We did not sell any more crystals after that. But for the most part, we're pretty lenient with that. We want you to get a good price, especially if you are somebody that we work with very often. You know, we want you to have fun. We want you to get the good prices too. So if you do watch a video later the night of the live, you will generally always get, unless it was an exception stated in the video, you always get the price that's, you know, not crossed out. You'll get the regular price or the sale price. If I say that the price, I will always specifically say in the video. And that goes even for like a few days later. I generally tell people that you can up to about a week. And I'm trying to gear this more toward what we're looking forward to in shipping. So we're giving about a week. You have about a week to rewatch any of the old videos, and you can give us the lot number from those videos up to about a week later. After a week, if the video is older than a week old, then the best thing to do is send us a screenshot of the item you're looking for, and we'll try to hunt it down. You can also send the lot number with it. That helps just in case I still have it around. But we're trying to gear this all toward the future, and the future is going to be about a week out, is when things are going to start to go back in full force. So if we have given you a special price in that video that is a sell price, you know, we cross out the old price and write the sell price, that price generally will be good for that week. Unless, again, I think the other night, I can't remember what it was, there was something I was like, this is the price, this is only for tonight, this is for this video, you have to be watching live to take this price. If I say that, then generally it is only for that time period and for those watching live. But again, if you're somebody who does business with us quite often and supports us in a lot of different ways, we can always talk about that too. Let's see here. Dominion says, saw the reel, appreciate knowing what may still be available. I'm sure a lot of people will. Yeah, and those reels, I only take 6 or so, 6 to 8 is what I've been trying to do, 6 to 8 pictures. But obviously we have 40 lots and more than 6 to 8 things are available still. So that doesn't show everything, but it gives you a sneak peek of what's in the live. Yeah, anyway. Dennis says, William, did you make it to Ice Fest? No. I drove through Ice Fest a few times, but I didn't actually get to walk around during Ice Fest. It was on a weekend, and I go to the store on the weekends, so I really didn't have much of a chance to see it, unfortunately. Demetrius says, I watch ads sometimes if I really want to play a video game or play a video. Yeah, and we watch the ads for Duolingo most of the time because, like I said, it's expensive to have a plan. But maybe someday we'll allocate some money to a plan. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We make a little extra somewhere. Norma asked if they had a soda fountain. Susan says, I was told they had a soda fountain, but they took it out to put in a postal center. I bought a tiny Valentine's bear, and this owner gave me a store discount. That's nice. Amanda says, I'm so glad I was able to get one of Andrew's resist pendants. Yes, they are still available. I set one aside for you, Amanda. They are also still available on the website right now, and you can grab them there. I think there's still some available. I think so. A lot of Andrew's polymer clay pendants are still available. So if you go to the allegorygallery.com and check it out in the polymer clay section, you will see all of those pendants still available. Marion says, I got some good, really good discount perks when I renew my subscription to MyHeritage. That's nice. That's nice. Can't remember what it is. I wanted that you said it was only for that live, so I missed out. Yep, that one. I don't remember what that was, Mary Jane. I honestly don't remember. I don't know if it was the pink sapphires. Did I say that? The pink sapphires? But if you want something, write me and let me know. Like, you have been with us for long enough and been a supporter here for a while now that we can look at those things. It's not a big deal. You know, we're not generally hard and fast on the rules, right? Especially if you are people who have supported us for a while. That's just who we are. We want you to have the things. It does nothing for us to keep them. So while, some things are limited time sales or limited time discounts, if I have not done something with them right away, then, we can talk about it. Let's see here. Mary Jane says, I don't know. I think it was the garnets or something like that. Mary Jane says, yes, I think so. It was probably the pink sapphires. I have a feeling that might be what it was. That was a really good deal. But sometimes if you let me know that you really want something, I can make it happen, right? Because sometimes things are from Andrew's personal stock, and if they don't sell that night, he really does want them back. Sometimes he does let things go like that, and that might, but I don't think he's grabbed them yet. So, Mary Jane says, tomorrow, I am at work. Okay. Yeah, let me know. Yeah, always rewatch, because generally the prices last for about a week. And I don't remember what I priced the pink sapphires at or what. I mean, they must have been so good that I really was thinking it should only be for the live. But if that's what you're looking for, let me know, especially when Andrew's looking for gas money for next week. So if he knew that I could sell those and I didn't, I'd be in big trouble. So let's see here. Mary says, if anyone has Norwegian ancestors and you know which parish county they are from, a lot of the church records and censor can be accessed through their national archives. That's cool. That's cool. Says, I'm going to go rewatch the lives. Good. Mary Jane says, LOL. Right? Yeah. I get in trouble probably if he's like, you could sell those and you didn't do that. I can hear it now. Of course, I'd probably say the same thing if it were me. So, hey. Anyway, I have no idea what I have in this bag tonight, honestly, because I grabbed it in such a quick method. I know I pulled some, I did something that I don't normally do. I pulled some Allegory Gallery fine pewter pieces, and I pulled them because I want you all to see them in person, kind of, in person. Marion says for free. That's nice. So I don't know if I have Norwegian ancestors. I don't know if I do. I know apparently my family's comes from Vikings, so there might be some of that somewhere up in that area, but I don't know. My cousin did kind of do a big thing of our family, but that was on my other side of my family, because he's on one of those ancestry or one of those things, and he, I guess, went back a long ways. And he sent me a copy of everything, and I really need to look through it. Amanda says, if you're from the British Isles, chances are you may have some Norwegian. That's cool. Susie says, OMG, I'm connected. Nice. Get connected. So the things that I brought are pewter crosses. And I brought these because they are big, but I wanted people to see them because they're kind of ornate and they're kind of really nice. I just had to pull them up here because I didn't have the price on them, and I'm gonna sell them at the same price, obviously, that I've had them. We have them in the online store because, well, that's what we do. But it would make sense to do anything else. Maybe I'll give you a little discount. We'll see if you want them. But I'm going to show those to you, and I think that's where we'll start the evening, and then we'll move on from there. But first, I've also got to figure out a lot number letter situation here. We had SP lots. SP? Looks like no. First time's a charm. Okay, so SP lots. We're going to do SP1. All right. Danette says, I did Ancestry for a bit and got pretty far back on my dad's side. My mom's side is a lot harder. Her mother immigrated from Poland, so I have to get international research thing. Oh. See, I don't know about all that. Marion says, yes, Amanda, that's why genetically I'm 71% Scandinavian. Wow. Anna says, yes, I do professional genealogical research, and Scandinavia has some of the best records for genealogists. I don't know if I knew you did that. Sorry, my voice is, I'm kind of like half losing my voice. I don't think I knew you did that, Anna. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Teresa says, my husband's family is from Oslo, Norway. That's cool. I've always wanted to visit Norway. I did a report on Norway when I was in, it was in high school probably, or middle school. And ever since then, I've really liked the idea of Norway. I've always been in Iceland. I got into Iceland too, all that stuff. I'd like to see a lot of different places if I could. Someday, maybe someday. All right. So these, like I said, these are in the online store, but I know that some of y'all do not visit the online store much. I know. And so I wanted to show you these things. Oops. I guess it helps if I get these are 10.25 each. 10.25 each. And we have lots of these available. And this is one of my many small business careers. Nice. That's a different one. What am I doing? Where's the other one? The matching one to this. There it is. So we need to move over a little bit, I think. Let me see. Move over here so that I can position this here like that. So we get light from above. Suzanne says those crosses are so nice. These ones really are. Like, I don't know if there's a particular name for this style of cross. I am not a particularly religious person, so I will be the first to admit I don't know. But these are very nice. They are pewter, so they are a little soft. So you don't want to, try to bend them up, because they will, obviously you can bend them. But they are in antique silver, antique copper, which I really love the antique copper, and antique gold. Light from above seems to suit this offering, right? So SP1, they're $10.25 each. You could go into the online store and buy them, or you can buy them here. You know what? I'll do them if you want them. Let's do this. Let's do them for $9.25 each tonight if you want any of these. All right. Just let me know, SP1, how many you want, and let me know what color, whether you want the silver, the copper, or the gold. Silver, copper, or gold. And this is what they look like on the back. So, and they got a nice large bell. Now these are big, like I said. Let me measure them in inches for you. This is about 3 1/8 inch long, 3 1/8 inches long by 2 inches wide. Donna says, I have Scottish, Welsh, Scottish, and German ancestry. Genealogy is so fascinating, says Susan. Yeah, I apparently have Irish, Welsh, and Polish on my dad's side, supposedly. That's what I've been told all my life. And I'm Slovak, pretty pure Slovak, I know, on my mom's side and going back. But I don't know how far. And my aunt had DNA tests done, you know, Viking blood and all that good stuff. I guess probably a lot of people probably have Viking blood if you go back far enough, I would assume. So doing these for a special sale for you, $9.25 each. If you'd like any of these, SP1. And I know you can get these anytime, but I figured I'd bring them to your attention because they're just, I think they're really nice. But I don't think people really see them or understand how big they are when they see them online. They're a nice big size, and they'd be really particularly nice if you wanted to wire wrap something around them, so you could wire wrap gemstones onto them. I think they'd be really great for that if you wanted to do that too. All right, the next ones are $8.50 normally. And since I give you a sell on that one, let me give you a sell on this one too. $7.50 each. All right. Let me find a baggie for these. Also, okay. SP2 are these ones. These are a little bit more plain. Kind of. And these ones are approximately 3 3/8, yeah, about 3 3/8 inches by 2 inches. And this is the antique copper, the antique silver, and the antique gold. Nice large crosses. Again, would be great for wire wrapping if you wanted to wire wrap gemstones around them or do anything like that. SP2, if you do claim any of these, so far no one hasn't, but maybe they'll buy them online. You can also, if you claim them here, you can let me know if you want the silver, copper, or gold color, and I'll pull them for you. Okay. SP3, these ones are normally $3.75 each, and I'll cut that down to $3 each for tonight. These are smaller. So these are a smaller cross. These are about 1.5 by 1 inch, about 7/8 of an inch actually. And they're an antique silver, antique gold, antique copper finish. Marian says, I like the puzzle of genealogy, although I'm not having much success finding a death record from my great uncle's wife anywhere in Scotland. Amanda says, I discovered various spellings of names may help when looking, especially if people moved around, couldn't write or read. People taking down information would write names down as they sounded. Marianne does use fuzzy matching whenever possible. Yeah, it's all that stuff, right? I think it could be fun if I had the time to do that, but I unfortunately don't. My cousin, like I said, did a lot though, and I need to really look at what the results were of all of that. I think it's interesting. All right, another one. Let me see. I don't even know if this one. Yeah, there it is, $3.50. Wasn't sure if this was in the online store or not. SP4. These are $3.50 each. I will do them for $3 each tonight, and tonight only. Or if you're watching this, you got a little while. You can play it a little while. These are key pendants, skeleton key pendants in the antique silver, antique gold, and antique copper finishes. And that's the back. They're flat on the back. But I just think they're really cool. I love skeleton keys. So these are about 2 by, let's see if I can do this, 2 by about 1 inch overall, maybe 7/8 of an inch. But skeleton key pendants, SP4. If you do want any of these for $3 each, let me know. And also let me know if you want it in the antique copper, antique silver, or antique gold. And if you're looking for those online, you can always look for them and find them under the Allegory Gallery Fine Pewter Collection. Allegory Gallery Fine Pewter Collection. And where's my scissors? I made this too big. Let's see if that'll fit in there. There we go. Just have to fit the paper in the bag. All right. Now this one, I was going to do this as bead of the day, and then I realized that I don't think it's even available on the website at all. So we've got this moon charm, and I'm going to do these for $3 each, I think. This is SP5. Yeah, I started making a whole video, a whole reel about these. And then I went to look them up to link them and for beat of the day, and they're not actually on the website. So this is the moon face, and the hole is this way, so that if you were doing them on a bracelet, they would face kind of like you would want them instead of like that. They're not top to bottom, they're side to side drilled. And they are done on both sides, so if they flip around, that's okay. If they flip this way, though, they're going to be upside down. So, but they're mostly, I think, made for more of like on a bracelet, like that. Right. So those are available, $3 each, which I think is a really good price for fine pewter. Remember to let me know what colors you want or do not want. So what finishes? If you do SP5, let me know if you want the antique copper, antique gold, or antique silver. They come in all of them. They're $3 each, depending on which ones they're $3 each. Whether you want the copper, gold, or silver finish, it doesn't matter. All right, just make sure you let me know which one you want. All right, we've sold some of the, there we're starting to, things are starting to, my email must be catching up now. We sold some of the SP4s, thank you so much. Those are the keys. And we've sold some of these moons so far. Somebody did not let me know. Okay, there, I just got it. Thank you. It didn't let me know the finish, but now I know. So thank you so much. Yeah, these are really cool. And like I said, they're not on the website. So I have to get pictures of these and actually get them on the website. I was surprised. I surprised myself that they weren't there already. So these are, I think these are a really good deal, only $3 each. If you know people selling the fine pewter, it's usually more than that for this size. You know, normally at least $8. So $3, I think is a good deal. Okay. Now, on with the regular stuff that I pulled. This is just, I don't know if anybody's going to want this. Let's do this at $7. SP6, large wooden beads. Very large hole, wooden beads. This was $8 whenever it was. I don't know when that was from. It's a vintage strand. Large wooden beads. They are about 19 millimeters. 19 millimeters, and this is a 16-inch strand. They're just a really pretty color. Super light. The holes on these, let me see if I can get in here. The holes on these are at least 4.5 millimeters. Let me see. Yeah, about 4.5 millimeters. At least one strand available, SP6. SP6. SP7. SP7. This is a dyed chalcedony. Dyed chalcedony in these kind of pink, orangey, peachy colors. And this is over a 9-inch strand. No, that's about 9, just about 9-inch strand, a little over 9 1/8 inches. But super pretty, dyed chalcedony. They are about 11.8 millimeters wide, and the length is about 14.3, but they do vary. They do vary. Just super pretty. Each stone is really beautiful. They are a dyed chalcedony, great for February. Lots of pink things coming up. SP7, $20. Oh, please tell me I have giant bags. I still forgot to bring my bags in. What's next? Okay, SP8. SP7 has sold. Thank you so much. SP8 are these shells that have the gold on them. I think it's electroplated on there around them. $10 each. They're beautiful colors. Three of them available, $10 each. Susan said SP7 is so pretty. It is. It's a really pretty strand. I think I did it at a really good price. Sometimes dyed chalcedony, you never know. Dyed chalcedony is sometimes super expensive and sometimes it's not. So we just try and give you a good fair deal on it. SP8, these are obviously made in Taiwan. The gold electroplating on the shell. I think they're really lovely. SP8, $10 each, 3 of them available. How are we on 9 already? I feel like, how did that happen? Do this for $18. SP9. This is yellow agate. It's marked as yellow lace agate. It's a graduated strand. It is, let me do it this way because this is the way that 12, 13, 14, 15, about 15 and a half inch strand. Graduated agates, faceted. That's a lot of different, if you wanted to use them as pendants. They're very light too. They're very well done. They're very thin. Just one nice big strand. SP9, $18 only, which I think is an excellent deal. Sold one of the SP8s. Thank you so much. We still have 2 of those available if you're still interested. Come on, get in the bag. That's a really pretty one, I think. One moment. Okay. Sorry, my these are jumping around here. Okay, SP10. I know that made no sense. Things are happening. Now this one was expensive back when. I'm just going to show you. And I don't know. I can't really go below this price. So I'm going to put it at the old price. And I don't know if it's going to sell, if anyone's going to like it. But just to show you, this is SP10. This is dyed howlite briolets. And they're dyed really, really well. They look like turquoise, right? They look really good. But this is a vintage strand. And the vintage strand itself, way back when, was marked $30. So I'm going to leave it at that price. The quality of them is much better than most dyed halite, and I think that's why they're more expensive. I know some people love the dyed halite, but I know when it gets to be this price, it might be hard for some. But it's it's made to look like turquoise, and it is probably a tiny fraction of the cost of what turquoise would be if it were this perfect. Donna says SP10 is some of the best dyed halite I've ever seen. It really is, and that's why I can't go lower on it. Like sometimes, old prices because something was in fashion, but this is really just that it was, I think, just wonderfully well done. And so, again, it's made to look like turquoise. Obviously, it's a fraction of what this kind of turquoise would be if it were available. I don't know if any of you are interested in this or not, but I wanted to put it out there because we've never shown this strand before. I'm sure of that. This is about, let's see, this is 7, 14, 15. It's a 15-inch strand. 15-inch strand. And it is really beautiful. But like I said, I know that's a tougher sell. I'm not even going to pretend that it's not, but I am going to say that it is. I think it's still worth it, which is why I priced it at that, and I'm leaving the price at that. As Donna says, some of the best she's ever seen. Let's see if I can get this in a bag now. Dominique says, the care you guys put into everything really makes it a joy to do business. I love the first things I bought, and thank you for taking extra time. Well, you're welcome. We like to make sure that we try to do our best. And like I said, even down to where we try and save people money in shipping by holding things and doing things like that. We try and work with people. Some people you wouldn't know it. Some businesses you wouldn't know it by how they do business, but people are supposed to be the most important thing in your business, right? The people who support you, though, that's supposed to be the most important thing. We try never to lose track of that. And I know we've let people down in the past, and we've had our failures too. But we really try to make sure that they know they're important to us, and whether that's by the prices we give, and try and do the care that we put into packing everything up for y'all, and trying to save you money when we can, and just hanging out with you every day. Not a lot of businesses are going to take the time to hang out with their people every day, to have the opportunity to interact with the owners of the business pretty much every day. I'm going to leave this at the same price too, because SP11, this was way back when, $17. This is a dyed halite as well, but really pretty. Like I said, really well done again. It doesn't have a lot of those black streaks like the other one did to make it look more like turquoise, because that's what you'd kind of expect. But it is, again, dyed to look like a turquoise. So if you want a turquoise look without the turquoise price, this is a really good way to go. We would never try to put it on you that say that these are turquoise or anything like that, and I don't think anyone should do that. But if you want a turquoise look for a low price, it is really, really a good way to go. Especially this vintage stuff. This vintage stuff is so good. You don't see dyed halite that much like this anymore done well, because people have kind of poo-pooed it, right? But back then people were into it. This is a 16-inch strand. Marianne says, AG is my favorite bead retailer. Thank you. We appreciate that. Dominion says, I only bought 3 tiny precious things so far, but the quality and experience really is something else. So beautiful. Thank you. SP11, $17, 1 strand available. Some of the things tonight, like I said, these are things, I know I've never shown that one either. Never shown that one either. Mary Jane says, my favorite as well. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I like all this good feedback. It's so nice. As a small business person, we interact with a lot of people and we do not always get the most positive feedback, right? And sometimes it's our fault and sometimes it's just the world. Sometimes other people are angry at other people and they take it out on you. It happens a lot to us. But it's so nice to have, positive feedback. And we really do appreciate that so much. Because without knowing that, I just sit here in my anxiety and worry that I'm not doing good enough for people. So it is really one of those things that I'm very thankful when people do say nice things. I'm going to price this at, I was going to do 20, but let's do 18. I was going to do 20, but we'll do 18. This is coral, vintage coral. And my guess is that it's dyed coral, because that's pretty red. I can't be certain, but I'm going to say that it's dyed. If not, I probably should have hiked up that price quite a bit. But to me, it feels like it's probably dyed. Well, and that's the other thing is, if I don't know for sure, I always give you all the benefit. The benefit goes your way. And says, I can tell you that opening an AG box is opening a box of joy. Oh, good. I like that talk. Keep it coming. Donna says, I love ordering from AG. Thank you. Tell the world that, everybody. Marion says, most of my art collection are pieces of Andrew's. Thank you. He appreciates that too. We both do. This is a 16-inch strand of vintage coral. This was not recently taken from any ocean. This is an old stock SP12, $18 only. And I definitely don't think I have a bag for that one. Let me switch bags. Ian says, Marianne, mine too, and now I'm going to buy a print from someone Andrew introduced me to somehow, maybe on his Instagram. That's nice too. Love making those connections. Love making those connections with people. People are important, y'all. Dominion says, love how you spoke of the importance of beads in art one day. Really was exemplified once I received the first items. There's something special to all this, truly. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. We do believe in what we say. A lot of people will spout all the talk. And then when you meet them in real life, they're not about what they say, or you find out through business practices, they're not what they say. But that's not who we are. I couldn't be anything but authentic. I'm a terrible liar, just so you know. Anytime in my youth when I tried to lie, everybody knew. It shows on my face. I get that guilty look. I turn red. I'm terrible at lying. So I've just found that being truthful is the best policy. This is gold-plated. A gold-plated leaf pendant or charm. SP13. We had it at $16. I'll take it down to $14 for y'all. Let's see here. Teresa says, I love getting a box from Allegory Gallery. Thank you. Demi says, you guys are on the right track. I hope so. I hope so. We've been doing this for 16 years, 14, 15, 16. I don't know how long. Something like that. 13 years, 14 years. Whew. 14 years, I guess, right? Anne says, it's so sad when you find out after the fact and then all your stuff is tainted. Yeah, it's hard. It is hard. This is 21.3 by 21 approximately. Beautiful little gold-plated leaf. And it has a little bell in the back there. To me, it says, haha, I can relate. Yeah, about the lying, terrible at it. Susan says, I agree. A mail delivery from AG is happy day indeed. Thank you. Thank you. SP13. Oops. I keep having to cut down these papers. We made them a little bit too big and they don't fit in my smallest bags. So that's what I'm doing. That's why you hear scissors so much tonight, probably. SP14. And you know, if any of y'all want to write those reviews out into the world, please feel free to do that. We have Google reviews. You can do it on our Google page. You can just tag us in anything on Facebook or any of that and let people know. It really helps. It really does help. I was going to do 24 on this, but I'm going to do 20. Let's see here. Oh, my comments jumped, sorry. Donna says, I ran across a memory that had pieces I made from my first AG kit. Who knew I'd love green? Please share. Did you share that, Donna? I'd love to see that. Mary says, I agree, Ann, yet I have some that are nice beads in some cases, but do I really want to use them? Talking about them being tainted, I know. This is Tiger Eye. Faceted barrels? Maybe? Rice beads, faceted large rice beads. These are this is a little bit shorter strand. This is about a 14-inch strand. Probably because the quality of these is so nice. Lennis has got my order tonight. Oh, sorry, comments jump. Got my order tonight. Wrapped so well. Thank you. Well, thank you for ordering. I'm glad. Hope everything made it okay. I do take a lot. That's why shipping does take me a long time sometimes. I do wrap everything. I really try to make sure that I want the experience to be special, but I want things to also make it to you. But I think there's something fun in unwrapping. If you've ever gotten a package from us, it's mostly wrapped up, a lot of things in tissue paper. And I kind of do that because, one, I hate to hear things rattle when I get a package in the mail, right? For me, if you hear something rattle, my anxiety shoots right up thinking something's broken. So I try to muffle all that by wrapping everything in tissue paper. But also it's kind of like opening little gifts because you get to open each one and each little thing. And I think that's kind of fun. Now, if it fits in one little box, sometimes they just go in a little box, but they're still opening a little box. Let's see. And says, also, I'm privileged enough to have resources that I donated to a cause. I felt the artist had harmed an equal amount I had spent on their beads. Oh, nice. That's a nice way to offset that too, right? All right, so these beads, there's a really nice tiger eye. I'm getting distracted by all the positive comments. These are about 8 millimeters by, come on, why can't I grab the edge of this? There we go, by 12.3, 12.5. And really beautiful tiger eye. And hello, Lennis, by the way. It says I was lurking, but I can type now. Nice. Oh, Lennis asked any more. I think I do. I think I do have those, Lennis. I just saw your email. I'll have to look, though. I can't remember for sure. Those are pretty popular. I think I have some more. Let me know how many of them you want or would like. If I do have them, I'll dig them out to see if I can. I think I still have those around. I think I know where they are. Teresa says, my daughter loves opening all the tissue paper and seeing what is inside. Isn't that fun? It's like opening little gifts. And this is, my cat likes the tissue. So do ours. So do ours, for sure. SP15. What's coming up next out of this bag? I don't even know. These are super nice. I'm going to do these. I'm going to do these at 28. This is, you both are definitely you, right? SP15, I'm going to do these at $28. This is actual turquoise. And they're these little Heishi turquoise beads. And they're really nice. These are vintage. And they're tiny. And they are beautiful. Like, look at the color in there. I found this. I don't even know if I'm supposed to be showing this or if Andrew was trying to say. I found this in a little container. 2.3. So like 2 to 2. And these are probably meant to be 2 millimeter. 2 to 2.5 millimeter. Turquoise. This is over a 16-inch strand. This is, yeah, over 16-inch strand. SP15, and that has sold multiple times. I wish I had more, but like I said, I've only got that one, and I don't even know if I'm supposed to sell it, but he said he wanted gas money, so I grabbed it. Come on, get in the bag. I had a feeling that one was going to sell at that price, especially. My stomach is like, I hope you can't hear it. It's like gurgling and so there you go. Oh, these are so cute. Oh, these are so cute. Oh, let's do, because these were 38. Let's do them for 32. They're super dang cute. And it says, I have tiny lapis tubes that turquoise Heishi would go great with. Look at this. Chalcedony, some dyed, some plain. But look how beautiful. Such a cute little strand. This is one of those ones, they're a little bit more expensive. Some, like I said, some of the dyed chalcedony is and some isn't. But this also has the non-dyed, which are really good examples of that. Look at that. Beautiful. SP16, $32. And just to give you an idea on size on these, we have 8.1 millimeters by 9.5, and then 9.4 by 12.5. Mary Jane says, love that. Isn't it beautiful? Just so fun. And chalcedony is that stone. I always say it has that inner glow. It looks like it's glowing from the inside out. One strand available. SP16. Still available so far, unless my email hasn't caught up. SP16, $32. Good price on that, I think. And it's got tassels. You know it's worth it, right? That's the way that works. What else is in here? do these. SP17, $12. Found another batch of some of these religious metals. People have been really liking these. So we have this in here, and this is the whole, you get the whole collection for $12. You get this one. You get this one. And then you get this one. Hello, Linda. Thank you for joining us. So you get those four for $12. That's $3 each. Work it out. SP17. And SP17 has just sold. Thank you so much. SP17 sold multiple times. Sorry, I've only got the one lot of those. Only got the one lot. SP18 coming up. Okay, this one was, we had this before, which was a low price. We had it at 30. And take it down to 24. See if we can sell it this time around. This is just opening my allegory order right now. Oh boy, that's a lot of pressure. I hope it's okay. I hope it's okay. Anne says, Linda, fun. Anna says, oh, that's exciting. This is the cloisonné bead. Let's see, SP16 has just sold. Thank you so much. SP15 tried to sell again. Sorry, we already are sold out of that one. This is a beautiful cloisonné bead. And SP18 is heart eyes, says Marianne. I don't know what you actually say for that, heart eyes. Yeah, this is about 1 3/8 inches. 1 3/8 inches, or 36.3 millimeters. Charlie says, late to my summoning. Yes, you were, Charlie. You were late. That turquoise. That turquoise. That was a nice strand of turquoise right there, for sure. For sure. I will be surprised if, I mean, we reduced this and reduced this. This probably should be like 36 or so, 38, and took it down to 30 before it didn't sell. So we're going to try one more time at 24. If it doesn't sell, I can't reduce it any more than that. Can't reduce it anymore. It's too beautiful. That's it. That would make a lovely pendant. A lovely pendant. Okay. I'm done gawking at it enough myself. And let's see here. Let's do a little bit more cloisonné. We had these at $16. SP19. We had these at $16. That's, what the heck? Take them down to 12. I think we had some other ones like this that we put at 12 or 14. SP19. Are these two cloisonné? And I think all this cloisonné is soft enamel. I don't think it's real cloisonné. I think it's soft, like kind of soft cloisonné, but still beautiful. Still the same technique with these wire layers, and then it flooded into the wire layer. These are black with the pink flowers. I think we had these in a deep blue at one point. These are the black ones. These are 25.2 millimeters, which I think is about an inch, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, just about an inch. SP19, $12 each, 2 of them available. Can you imagine doing like one of those with, like, make a pendant out of one of these big ones. Where's the hole? One of these big ones on top, and that one right there on the bottom, and making that into like a pendant like that black and white with those flowers. How beautiful would that be? Stunning, I think. Stunning. Okay, that's SP19. Lennis likes the big beads and she cannot lie, says Anne, right? I know. Mary says, I think I have some blue ones kind of like SP19. Yeah, we had deep blue. We had the deep blue ones before, for sure. I think we sold all of those, though. SP20. Okay, how about this? Let's do this real nice and easy. $5. $5 for the blue. This is the blue version, that deep blue, like lapis blue. You get that, and you get the two little rounds. The little rounds are about 8 millimeters, and this one is about 20. We'll say 20 by 13. You get all three beads for $5. All three beads for $5. What in the world are we doing? What in the world are we doing? That's a good deal right there, though. But maybe y'all don't like the cloisonne because it's not selling. Okay, SP. SP. Let's see what I got. What should I pick from now? Is this all one strand? No. What is this? This is a multi-strand. These are kind of cool. That'd be about one strand's length at least. Let's do those at $16. $16. We've got some micro strands of vintage freshwater pearls. Sometimes we have these laying around, or sometimes when we acquire things, we don't get a full strand. So, and it's not like pearls go bad, or like, but this is more than a full strand, I would say, of pearls. But you get all three colors. You get this kind of a few of these mustardy yellow. You get a few of the. You get a larger strand of these mauve kind of color, and then you get these peachy ones. And you get all of them for $16 if you want them. All of them for $16 if you want them. SP21. I think that's a good deal. Oh, and the size, they're all about the same size. SP21, this has sold. Thank you. These are 6.5, 6.5, 6.5. So 6.5 millimeters for that person who grabbed those. Thank you so much. And says that's a pretty color combo on the pearls. Mix those in with a nice necklace or wrap bracelet, right? I would just put them all together and mix them up. I think they'd be so pretty mixed up together. SP22. Maybe add some crystals or something in there too. Can't just do too plain. These are really cool. I'm going to do these at $8 for the set. $2 each. I would normally go a little bit higher, but Andrew would probably be happy with doing that for y'all. These are these glass flowers. Look at those. They're so pretty. And so a bit of sparkle doesn't go amiss, right? Put a little bling in there. Just a little, maybe just a pop of bling. SP22. These are really pretty. I love they put that extra coating on the outside so that you get that extra bit of oomph. And these are about 20.3, 19.8 to about 21.1 at the largest. approximately on those. Or there's one with a penny, just about penny size. And this is big ones. They're pretty big, yeah. Big flowers. Sometimes you need a big flower in your life. At least I do. And they're green. You know I love that. They kind of look like cat's eyes. Nice for a bracelet. You better believe it. Like, look at that. Make 4 bracelets and use that as the focal. Put a few little green flowers or leaf beads, check glass leaf beads around there. Make a bracelet out of it. Use that as the focal. Good job. Still hasn't sold yet though. SP22 still available. Still available. SP23. Mary Jane says, any idea which live the pink sapphire we're in? So that way I don't have a hard time looking for it tomorrow. Oh, 22 is just sold. Let me 1 moment, because I think I still have that bag. If I can find it quickly enough, I'll just show them to you again, show them to everybody again, because some people may have missed them. Okay. This is, I found them. I hadn't taken it to the cottage. I meant to take it to the cottage. It wasn't last night. It was the night before, I believe. Yeah, I did do a really good price on these. So this is jumping back to this for Mary Jane. YY16. These are the pink sapphires. And they look so lovely. Every time I pull them out, they catch my breath. Like, they're so beautiful. So that is the strand of pink sapphires. That is an 8-inch strand. And each sapphire is approximately 6.7 by 4.7 millimeters. And their little butts flash like a sapphire should. See that? That kind of sapphire sparkle. Pink sapphires, not quite rubies. Rubies is when the sapphire would be a little bit more red, right? Because they're the same stone, they just get a different name. But you can see these still got the blue in them, so they're very purpley. So they call them a pink sapphire. So that's YY16, $120 for the strand. If anybody wants it, I'll extend that price tonight. Because normally they're at least $145. Really, you don't even want to know what I should mark these at. But there we go. So that's that, if you're interested. I think I hear Andrew downstairs. All right. This is going to be $14. And I have 2 of them. And says, every time someone talks about how sapphires and rubies are really the same stone, it reminds me of green and red peppers. That's funny. Well, we have about 29 people watching tonight. Thank you so much if you're hanging in with us, hanging out with us. We appreciate it. That's the most we've had in quite a while. We really do appreciate all the viewing and all the support. All right, SP23 is the bronze octopus charm. So the bell or the jump ring is put right there. It could be put in various places, but that's where they put it. This is in bronze, cast bronze, $14 each, really well detailed. And there are 2 of them available. This is the back, so you can see. SP23. $14 each. And this is approximately 21 by 21. Marianne says, I'm going to say good night. Didn't get quite enough sleep last night. Good night, Marianne. Get some sleep. Get some sleep. SP23. Anyone like the octopuses out there? I do. And that is cast bronze. Bronze prices are going up. That's an old price from a long time ago when we got those. So get it now if you like those, because I can't imagine that price hasn't gone up if we reorder. We've sold both of the 23s. Thank you so much. Norma says, I have that octopus and I love it. Good. And I'm going to say, just like, you probably said just like that too, right, Norma? I love it. That's how I'm going to pretend you said it. All right. This is another one that I really shouldn't let go of. This is a Bob Burkett. We had one Bob Burkett piece the other night. This is another Bob Burkett piece. If you missed out, I know a few people tried to get that Bob Burkett piece. If you missed out on that one, you might like this one. This is another one that if it doesn't sell, it's going right into my stash to be made into something, I think. This is a Bob Burkett creature. It's got the garnet eyes again. Those are those pink garnets, or like the purpley garnets. I can never remember the name. I always have rhodonite garnet in my head, but that's not the right one. But they've got that pink purpley garnet eyes. This is made out of Shibuichi, and this is from Bob. This is not the remakes that are being made. They're great. We've sold some of those too, but this isn't one of his actual ones. And it's got a nice big hole. Mary Jane is OMG adorable, right? He made some wonderful creatures. And says, after reading Remarkably Bright Creatures, I always think of that book when I see an octopus charm. I highly recommend that book. I'll have to read it. This is $40. Shibuichi, which is copper and silver. We talked about that a little bit, I think, yesterday in yesterday's show. And Bob was the one that we were talking about, was kind of responsible for bringing back Shibuichi into kind of more of the mainstream. No one was really doing it before he started it again here in the US. And when silver prices went so high, he started using it with copper to alloy it. They did this in samurai sword hilts. And this is one of his creatures. Bob, unfortunately, has had a lot of health issues. He also lived on a riverboat that sank. So he's had a lot of issues in his life, and he's not been able to make things very much anymore. I haven't actually heard from him in a while. I hope he's okay. But this is one of his old pieces, SP24, and that has sold multiple times. Thank you so much. I guess I'm not going to be able to keep any of his stuff for myself, but that's okay. Need the gas money for Andrew, right? That'll definitely help. Anyway, if I wanted to really, really keep it, I would just not put it in, right? Although I did like that one the other night. I may regret selling that one in the future, but it went to a good home, so I'm sure it'll get lots of love. Let's see, what do I got next? There's another one of these gold-plated. I don't think the first one sold. I'm going to reduce this one a little bit too. Norma loved that book too. Anne says, I also love Lily and the Octopus, but get your Kleenex box out. Actually, a couple of boxes. Oh boy, I don't know if that's for me. Charlie says, that critter is so cute, right? Super cute. This is SP25. This is a citrus slice, plated gold. And it has the 4 ways of connection. So you could do various things with this if you wanted to. Whether you want to connect it, use it as a connector, whether you want to just hang it as a pendant, or maybe you want to use it with all 4 somehow. That could be pretty cool, depending on what you did with it. That's about how big it would be like on a wrist. It's a good pendant size. This is about just over an inch, about an inch and a 16th, or 27.3 millimeters. Gold plated. Nice thick plating on that. Beautiful. SP25. So it says, I can't do Kleenex box stuff right now. No, you've already had enough. You've already had enough going on today. I can't do it either. Not into that right now. But that stuff is, it's good to watch that stuff sometimes, especially when it's about other creatures and animals, right? We got to take care of the world, y'all. We got to take care of the world that we live in and the creatures that depend on us sometimes. Mary Jane says, gotta go. Blessed night, everyone. Thank you so much, Mary Jane. All right. Next up, cast bronze pendant charm. I would say pendant. This is a graveyard scene with a raven in a tree. Love it. Love it. We have two. Oh, I didn't put that on there. We have two of these available. Two of these available. SP26. $22. Cast bronze. It is full bronze. That's an old price again. I don't know what the price of bronze is right now, but it's probably more expensive than that. Everything seems to be going up for metals. And this is approximately, let me get the widest point, is down here. Is about 17 millimeters by about 25. 17 by 25. In inches, that's just about an inch by, oh, what is that? Oh, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, about 11 sixteenths. Anyway, something like that. But I love this. And it's so detailed, like it's you can see there's so many layers and levels to it. It's three-dimensional, very three-dimensional. Very nice, very well done charm or pendant. It's more like pendant size. SP26. $22 only. Graveyard is so cute, says Charlie Wright. Some people don't think that. I do. I think so. SP27. Some people get weirded out about the graveyard stuff. Not me. Oh, let's do this one. We had this one at 15. Let's take it down to 12. This is another one of those gold-plated. People don't seem to like the bright gold-plated stuff, but we'll see. This is another one. If you want the smaller citrus to go with the larger citrus, you can have a little set. This is SP27, $12, gold-plated. We've sold one of the 26s. Thank you so much. There is still one available. And this is 15, about 15 and a half by 20, we'll say. 15 and a half by 20 millimeters. There it is next to the penny. Gold-plated SP27. Let's see here. Let's do this at 13. And am I going to have to cut you off of there? Accept. No. Tie this up. Okay. Maybe I do have to cut you. Where are my scissors? Cut you too short, but okay. Let me wrap this up so it's to cut it off the other one. Okay. So this is SP28. This is for $13. These are silver colored nugget spacers. It's a strand of these, which is kind of a cool strand. This is it's a spacer strand. So this is approximately, let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. Why make it hard on ourselves? This is just about a 9-inch strand of these silver colored spacers, little kind of like pewties. $13 for the strand. These are nice. They're pretty substantial. These are heavier than like a normal, I feel like they're heavier than a normal pewty is. I don't know what the metal is, but they're definitely heavier than, this is a pretty significant strand. So if you want a little bit of a heavier spacer, and it's $13. SP29. I have another strand similar to that. Let me get it wound up here too. Just had to cut these apart. Whoa! Always losing stuff. SP29. These are really cool. These are kind of a spacer chip. A wavy kind of, let me show you one of them if I can. There is, come on, there we go, focus. There's one, and when they get together, they kind of do this, which is super cool. This is also should be just about a 9-inch strand. I love these kind of things because they go great in when I do like the triple wrap bracelets. They're great to use in groups like this if you want to, or put a few little seed beads in between to space them out a little. They really take up a little bit of space and give a very interesting look and feel to the bracelets. But when I'm doing triple wraps, or I've done like quintuple wraps, it's really nice to have sometimes a block of these to take up some of that space and give it more visual interest. 29 has sold, so this one has sold. 28, however, is still available if you're interested in that one. 28 is still available. Let me put this one away. I'm going to be stuffing these into tiny little... 29 just sold twice. Sorry, I don't have two. I have 28 though. I still have 28 available. Oh, come on. This is when it's nice when I have someone to help me, like when Andrew's up here. Getting these things in bags and doing this all by yourself. It's not easy. Okay, that's 29. Put 28 away as well. Since nobody wants you, 28. Go away. Go away, little stray. Poor 28. Sold your sibling, but couldn't sell you. All right. Just me talking over here. SP30. Let's see what I've got here. I think this is going to be the last one, maybe. Maybe we'll go to 40. Maybe we'll go to 35 tonight. Can do this one 18. I don't know if we've had these before or not. SP30. $18. This beautiful shell. And it says, what is 428? That was the spacers, the silver spacer beads. Nobody wanted them. Look how beautiful this is. Really, this should probably be a lot more. I think we've had these before, though, and I think that was about the price. I can't remember. There's that. Look at this one. Stunningly beautiful shell pendant drilled at the top. And this is approximately, I'm going to do this in inches. This is approximately 1 3/4 by about 2 3/8. 2 3/8. But look at that. Oh, gorgeous. SP30. SP30. And I don't have a bag for you. You're just going to have to sit over here. Hopefully somebody will buy you, and I'll put you right in the bag later. SP31. Let me check this one just to make sure. Nothing. Yeah. SP31 was 36. I'm going to take it down to 32. There's this beautiful strand of carnelian. I didn't even put up the banner. I didn't tell people how to claim tonight. Wow. See that? I'm slacking off. If you're just tuning in here at the end and you'd like to claim any of these, you just take down the lot number SP31, send it to us in an email at info@allegorygallery.com. Sometimes when we switch, see, I didn't have that banner up there. Usually I have this banner running down there. Whew. I hear a kitten clawing at my door too. SP31. These are one's more beautiful than the other. Look at these. Susan says we're mostly not newbies, so that's fine. Yeah, most of you have been here. But like we got up to like 30 people watching, which was a little bit wild because we don't normally, you know, we usually get that in the replays and stuff, but not during the live at this hour. So that was really, hopefully there weren't new people like, well, I guess they would have asked, right? They would have asked. 1 3/8 inches by about 1 inch are the size of these in metric. That is about 25 by 37.3. SP31, $32. Really beautiful quality carnelian. One strand of those left. We had a number of these vintage strands. This is the last one, I think. Some of them broke. Some of them broke when they were coming to us. So there you go. It happens. That's why I wrap things up good when I send it out to all of you. We're going to go to 35. I think that's what we're going to go to today. SP. Susan says, I like the clinking sound. I know, that's one of the best parts of those because they're so thin, which is also why they crack whenever they ship them to us. But they sound so good because they're not super thin. It's not like they're too thin to use. They're very usable. Let's see, I got a few bags of stuff to pull from. What is all this? What is all this? Let's do that at 18. This is called synthetic Peruvian chalcedony. It's a glass. but it looks like synthetic Peruvian. It looks like Peruvian chalcedony. And it's Peruvian chalcedony look-alike without the cost of real Peruvian chalcedony. Well, I'm not sure if it's glass or if it's a dyed jade, to be honest. Because it feels cold. It feels cold. So I think it might be a stone, just a dyed stone of some sort. And I don't see, usually with glass, you'll see bubbles of some sort oftentimes. It might even be dyed chalcedony, and if that's the case, then that price is low. But hey, this is SP32, $18. Oh, Dominion says good night. Good night, Dominion. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining. We had some Peruvian chalcedony the other night, and I forget what the cost of that was. It's super pretty. It would be at least 2 to 3 times that price. At least 2 to 3 times that price. We had a shorty strand, I think, the other night. SP33. I don't know. I can do 18 on this too because I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure this is a dyed chalcedony. I don't know if it's a dyed chalcedony. I don't know if it's dyed at all. Anyway, here's the strand. This is when Andrew comes in very helpful because he usually knows what all these stones are better than I do. I don't think it's even dyed. I just don't know what exactly it is. It could be an agate. These could be all agates. They just kind of glow like a chalcedony though. But I'm pricing it low. I know that's not a lot of information, right? That's not a lot of information. Sorry, everybody, but there it is. It's just pretty. I saw the strand. I said, this is a pretty strand. I know what it was priced. This is a little bit lower than what it was priced. And there it is. 8-inch strand. Graduated stones. They're 8.5 to approximately 11.5. If you're really interested in it, you can email me and I will check with Andrew. I don't know, I think it's a chalcedony, but I don't know if I've ever seen chalcedony striped like that, which is why it could be an agate. Could also be sardonyx, but without any black, which would be really interesting. Anyway, speculation. Not sure, everybody. Not sure. I got you. I got it, Laura. I saw that. Don't worry. Don't worry. What am I at here? 32, 33, SP34. SP34. We've got 350 on this. SP34. Is this stainless steel charm? Well, not charm. Pendant. This is definitely a pendant. Laura says chalcedony can be striped, but chalcedony is also agate. Well, there you go. I'm going to guess that that's a chalcedony because it glows like a chalcedony glows. That's my guess. That's my best guess. I thought it was chalcedony right away. Then I started looking at it, and I wasn't sure chalcedony could be striped like that. But if it can, because normally the chalcedony we get isn't striped like that. But I think that's a chalcedony. And in that case, I probably should have raised the price. That's probably why it's on tassels. But hey, this is SP34, $3.50. One of them available. Nice stainless steel pendant. Oh, I just blinded myself. I put that right in the light. And SP35. What do I have here? That one we already did. Last one. Let's do this for $7. Anne says, I often have emails queued up during the AG lives and I'm multitasking. Once I sent William an email meant for my sister. He was a very good sport about it. Yes, I remember that. I mean, made sense, that email. SP35 are these beautiful gold, blue, and red. I believe these are a soft enamel pendants or beads. Not pendants, beads. I can't even say the right word tonight. I feel like I'm in a haze sometimes. It's about 13 millimeters by 19 and a half-ish. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them for $7. They're just super pretty. They'd be a nice addition to a bracelet, I think, especially if you're using coral and lapis. Or if you got like that demortarite we had, was it last night? The demortarite would go really prettily with that. There you go. SP35, $7. And that's the last lot for this evening, y'all. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm going to flip the camera around real quick and say a quick goodbye. All right, let's see here. Settings, camera. Front camera. Hello, everyone. Whoa, my charging cord is underneath all the lots that I just set here tonight. Let's try not to ruin all that. All right, everyone. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight, keeping me company while Andrew has been away. I think he's downstairs. I hope maybe he's making some dinner. Maybe, because I didn't get anything for dinner. And I had oatmeal this morning. That's all I've eaten today. So I'm a little hungry. Probably why my brain isn't working quite as well as it should be. Linda says, I'm a newbie, so thanks for all the info on buying. Oh, and my order was perfect. Oh, good. So thank you for joining us. We do this pretty much every weekday, Monday through Friday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. We hang out, we chit chat for the first about 40 minutes to an hour at least, and just hang out and catch up with everybody. And then we go into the selling show with 30 to 40 lots, usually every night. So please hang out and join us as much as you want to. We love to have people join us and hang out and grow the AG Bead fam. But yeah, so if you saw something you liked tonight, just send us an email with the lot number in it to info@allegorygallery.com. The one thing that is not being shown here is please send a brand new email every time. If you send an email replying to an old email, it groups things together weird in our inbox. It's good for when you're replying to conversations. It's not great when you're trying to claim things. So send a new email every time. And I will invoice usually at the end of the night. So I will now, after I say goodbye to everybody here, I will go through and spreadsheet everything out and invoice everybody who's claimed now. And then I will check for claims throughout the week and send out those invoices if anybody claims more throughout the week. Usually we let these up for a week at a time. The videos stay up forever. So if you ever see anything from an old video, older than a week or two old, send us a screenshot of that thing. Otherwise, if it's within a week or so, you can send us the lot number, and I probably still have it, like the one that, like the pink sapphires I just showed earlier today. I probably still have it around. Otherwise, it goes back into the collection and gets reabsorbed into the collection. That's it. That's all I've got for y'all today. So thank you so much. And we'll be back here tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. Yes, we'll be back here tomorrow with some wonderful things to show you again. Hopefully, actually, because Andrew's going to be in Johnstown and I'm going to be in Johnstown. So we'll see. It might be a little later tomorrow. Anyway, you'll find us. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Allegory Gallery. Thank you all so much for all the positive energy. It really helped my day. Thank you for all that. And I'll see you back here tomorrow sometime. Bye, everybody.